Even after all of the many hours I spent playing this, there's still a tier of weapon we haven't even seen, and that's the Onyx. So today we're going to go down armed with our flamethrower, and we got to be careful how we do this. Oh, so we got to talk to the pickle. The flamethrower does actually have quite a bit of range on it, so I can just go down there and we can hop our way back up. This is a basic flamethrower, so we're going to have basic results. I do like the way I can just sit back and watch a lot of this burn, though. That's going to be very good. I can just set a fire, let it all crumble, and come back and check on it in a few minutes. We very quickly hit our coal quota. We just got to make sure the fire keeps burning. And this is an unlockable class. We didn't have it last time we played, because what we did last time unlocked this. Getting the feeling this might be pretty good, considering how much coal and stuff we have already. We'll just fire a little bit down here, let some of this crumble away, scoop it all up. The only thing we can use are flamethrowers, so we're limited to this kind of fighting. But I think we did pretty good for day number 1. We got way more coal than we need on 800 gold, which isn't enough for the copper flamethrower, but if I sell my shoddy one we currently have, now I do have enough. So our basic did 15 for 4 seconds, this does 35 for 5 seconds. Longer and more powerful. We're going to buy some platforms because I'm inevitably going to lock myself out of the way up. Now, it should do a lot more damage quicker. We're going to go down this way. We can basically build stairs just by pointing the flamethrower in the right direction. Then I can run back and forth in either direction, and we can clear up some of the ceiling too, so it will all fall down and gather together for me just like this. That's real nice. And we continue the stairs down. I think I'm going to like this class a lot. I already forgot about treasure chests. Inventory is already full. We're going to let those burn away. We'll go dump this off. I needed 80 coal. There is 192. This side should have already melted a little bit. We'll let it go a little more. Back down this side. The chest still isn't freed, but there's a lot of stuff around it we want. I'm actually already full again. Whoops. This is why we need the platforms for quick maneuverability up and down. This class is going to be so crazy good. We're just going to run away with everything. I don't think this is going to be much of a challenge for a while. Okay, we're going to unload all that. We have almost 10 times the coal we need, and we can still pick up all this. Okay, we're going to dump this off real quick. We did finally expose that treasure chest. I'm just going to see if I can get to it. Oh, we actually did. Wait, get that. Oh, sad. So what we got instead was 1,834 gold. We're going to increase our time because we can really put this time to good use. We're also going to increase our inventory slots. And then we're going to buy some more platforms. We don't want to run out of those. And then right back to work. We're going to start going right here on the coal seam. We're just going to burn that all up. It's going to start to crumble. I already want a better flamethrower because I'm tired of waiting. But we just keep going down. Whoops, didn't mean to make that so steep there. Yeah, that's fine. We'll make platforms to get back up. We're going to place the platforms ahead of time to make sure we don't get stuck and timed out. We're already building really poorly. I gotta stay calm. It's hard to stay calm. Now look how far this thing goes. The flamethrower is going to be lots of fun. There's also some emeralds here. We're going to also place some platforms. We got to start bringing ourselves back up, but also let things burn. Okay, coal quota is hit. We've already got over double what we need. This thing is able to mine a massive amount of earth. We're basically down to the gray layer too. I can definitely start going away on that, whittling it away with the flames. Before going up, I'm actually going to start the flames on it just to make sure it's working away while I can be moving up and down. There's also some sapphires over there I really want. That's deposited, 832 coal. We're not even halfway through the day thanks to our extended time. I really just got to be careful not to make too much of a steep angle because I won't be able to climb back up if we make the thing too steep. There's also some emeralds up above I want. We got to keep lighting things on fire. Consistent fire is the best fire. Okay, we're probably going to let this stuff all burn. It's going to be nice to have a stronger flamethrower. That way it can be burning the whole time I'm journeying. Gonna need to try and get lucky with treasure chests too to get flamethrower upgrades. Firepower. Finally starting to break through some of the gray blocks. But we'll be able to afford a much better flamethrower very soon. Gonna make another surface deposit while everything down below is burning up. We don't quite have 10 times the coal quota yet, but that's perfectly okay. We're working our way down. Maybe could have stayed in the upper blocks here because this stuff's a little bit slow for us to mine through right now. But now we know at least. Getting a little bit greedy here to try and get this stuff to the top. I think we'll do it, but only barely. Okay, that's deposited. All is well. Money for today, 4,000 gold. That could actually jump us a long ways up to the emerald flamethrower. Which, yes, the emerald flamethrower does 150 per second for 8 seconds. We were just dealing 35 for 5, so this is way stronger. So now we should be able to start getting some chests and mining everything because this is doing just a colossal amount of damage every second. Still having a bit of trouble with the fudge blocks. We'll get over that though. We'll work our way down. Finally got our very first scroll. Fire damage 5%. So it begins. So on this I can just work my way down in a nice stair pattern like this. We'll burn what's up above. We'll burn what's down below. That way we can run up and down nice and easy for now. Basically I'm trying to work my way down to the next layer anyway. This layer is too easy for us. We're getting such a stockpile of materials already. Okay, made it down to the gray layer in no time at all. We're going to start burning that up. We should be able to chew through this nice and quick this time. Gotta go to the surface because we're already over full. Dump that off. It actually wasn't the coal quota we needed it yet. So we're going to have to take at least one more load to hit our quota. Gotta remember to spray upwards constantly too, because we need to make it rain materials on us. Okay, we're once again full again. I'm just going to sort of carve out a whole bunch of that, and that can work away for a few seconds while we go back up. We burn all that. Look at all the sapphires we get too. I think there's also some amethyst in there if I'm seeing that. We kind of screwed that up, so we're going to need some more platforms, but we got to go to the top. We're going to need so much space in our backpack. We did get several times the coal quota. We're also finding a lot of things that aren't coal, so as low as our coal is right now, we're doing pretty good value-wise. Like, there's all those sapphires that we can't even pick up because we're full again. So the limitation right now is backpack space. Not a lot of time left in the day. Would love those amethysts if I can get them. Let's see if I can suck them in instead. I did manage to do just that. It's only a few of them. I thought there was more. Not a problem anyway. We're back at the surface. Many thousands of dollars, 7,200. The first thing I want is more time. We're also going to double the size of our inventory slots, because now I'll have to make many less trips up and down, and each backpack will be worth at least double the value. I would really like to get to that chest, which seems to be burning away. Any moment now we'll get it. There we go. 5% fire damage. We get such enormous stacks out of this layer still. And I'm still absorbing coal at a rapid rate. Not sure I'm going to get to that chest. Not sure it matters. Deeper chests are going to be so much more worth it. We'll mostly just wait for them anyway. Sort of screwed up my staircase here, so we're just going to place a few blocks down to make sure we can move up and down when the time comes. For now, I'm also going to set all this on fire, but we got to go back to the surface already. We're going to spend a lot of time running up and down, but we did hit our coal quota, and we got more time in the day. Probably shouldn't have aimed my flamethrower in that direction like that. Gonna keep making myself have a lot of difficulties moving up and down quickly. Backpack is already full again. We can only fit 64 of any one item. More sprint speed would also be pretty good for this build. But any upgrades I will take at this point. They're all gonna help. This whole thing is just contingent on how much I can light on fire at once. There's 2,000 coal and a whole bunch of other items. We're getting down to the blue layer now, and we're also mining all sorts of gems along the way. Not really sure what I did here, but I didn't mean to. Okay, we got so much stuff sitting here, I still can't gather it all up, so I gotta go right back to the surface carrying this all. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to mine through the blue blocks right now. I can if we get to burn them for a second, but it's going to take a moment. And I got to make my way back up anyway. Made it to the surface with 8 seconds to spare. Pretty confident we hit our coal quota. There's about 15 grand, so money is still going up. I'm going to get more inventory slots for 5,000 because that's our biggest holdup right now. That's kind of a shame because the silver flamethrower would also be a pretty good option, but we just can't quite afford it even if we sell emerald. I also forgot the infinite ladder exists, so I'm going to buy a few of those as well because I kind of want to try a different strategy this time around. I just want to go straight down and then see if we can just ladder back up basically. Early game it's not really going to make a big difference. What are we sitting on? Something was very tough there. But early game we can do all sorts of different things. It's not really going to matter. Late game we're going to actually have to have a strategy. I guess I can be spraying all around as I'm going down too. Would be smarter because all this stuff's eventually just going to drop down anyway, or I'll gather it from the ladder. Either way, I gotta go deep. And all the ore will just make its way down to me anyways. Made it down to the blue stuff. My backpack is definitely full, so we can use the super ladder while flamethrowing along the way while we're at it. So we can climb and mine at the same time. It's brilliant. And now all that stuff's waiting for us. The ladder just keeps on going. I wonder what's up there. And then as we're falling, we can be mining again. That's going to help let the ore rain back down to us. We're already full again. I don't know if my flamethrower reaches that far anyway. We'll just reach whatever we can. We needed 900 coal. We currently have 2,300. And that number's going to continue to grow fairly quickly. Our backpack is basically already full again. I'm going to need to upgrade my climbing speed or sprint speed or all of the above. I am perfectly okay with using the ladders to move up and down, but I'm going to need more speed. We'll also just start mining anything we can because we're just waiting for stuff to burn anyway. Oh, look at all the emeralds over here. Okay, I don't want to get stuck down here. But this strategy so far seems good. I want those emeralds. We're going to try and duck into that pocket. Okay, we got lots of emeralds and stuff over there. Another load to the surface. Back down we go. So much ladder time. There was that one chest that will eventually burn out for me. If we could have collectors, this would be really, really overpowered. We would mine a stupid amount. We're already mining a stupid amount. Like I've almost got 10 times the coal quota again. And here's a whole bunch of silver and sapphires that we're also going to take up with us. And we made the deposit. I'm not even going to go back down. Today's earnings were 23,000, which means we're going to buy more infinite ladders because these are going to be a savior for me. 12 should be enough. Also a silver flamethrower. We're doing 500 damage per second for 9 seconds instead. Since I don't really have anything else to buy right now, we're just going to buy a couple more ladders to make sure we never ever run out. And same strategy again, straight to the bottom. Well, we can mine all the way around, but it is got to keep going down. We're doing way more damage per tick. That's a little better. Now everything is melting. We'll meet everything at the bottom. We're going right through a fudge block. But that's okay. At 3 times the damage, even the fudge block won't stand much of a chance. Still actually fairly annoying. Crazy how strong those things are. 30% climb speed is going to be a big one. And back to our usual strategy. So even the blue blocks are crumbling now. Down we go. I thought the blue blocks were crumbling. They're not, but here's our extra climb speed at work. So while the blue blocks are crumbling away, I kind of want that chest also. I want to see maybe we'll get more climbing speed in there. Yep, there's another 15%. I'm thinking actually if we get enough climb speed, we'll basically be teleporting up and down. The climbing speed actually makes such a difference. We can make our way up and down. We needed 1500 coal. We already have it. And a lot of other stuff sitting down there. We're also going to need more backpack space. We're probably also going to be pretty rich on sapphires if we keep this up. There's so much stuff. Every time we just touch down for a second, we're full. We do have over 5,000 coal in there now. Right back down we go to just basically insta-load and right back up. Like we're already full again. Mostly on coal. So a loot filter would be good. Because at first, all we want is coal to load up. And then we want to get anything but coal, probably. Or maybe a backpack gets so big eventually that it doesn't matter. We just pick you up endless stacks of everything. It is pretty annoying not having someone else doing all the cleanup for me. The final seconds of the day, we're making our way back up with our super speed climbing. That money's looking a little better again, 41,000. That gives us the money to get an amethyst flamethrower. That's going to do 1500 damage per second for 10 seconds. So it's 3 times the damage and goes 1 second longer. So with that, same strategy applies. Straight to the bottom, burning everything along the way. This should insta-pop a lot of the upper dirt because it's way more damage. We'll get that chest on one of our ladder runs in a minute. Let's just gather everything up in a big old loot pile here at the bottom. 3 times the damage we had before, so the blue blocks should start to go down fairly easily. And they sure are, so we can ladder up once we go down just a little more. The loot and ore is all gathering up to me. Okay, we got a pretty good pile of loot and ore down there. We got a few chests we can grab on the way down, but we're just going to run up and down now. We didn't actually hit our coal quota on the first go around, but there's 15% climb speed. I'm also going to take 10% sprint speed to make sure we're moving around properly. It's actually a shame to use up as many inventory spaces as I am with some of the pieces we have. And I got to remember to light everything on fire once I get back to the bottom again so I can burn away and then I'll drop back down to a bigger hole, but there's 3 stacks of emeralds. And ooh, we found actually this is good for insta popping. So we can also get another 30% climb speed. And down we go. Gonna try and make some of these bullets actually count. Did it work? Sort of. Think I might use another ladder here anyway to just take us up to there. I don't have time to wait, and I just don't want to. Faster speed up. I didn't even see we had a ruby node right above me that we're slowly burning through. That'll be good for earnings. Actually, if I do these parallel ladders side by side on the way up and down, I can actually burn more blocks along the way too, which is going to make more loot rain. We did actually knock out the rubies. I see them down there. Actually getting them into my backpack is going to be a bit of a different story. We're probably going to end up using a lot of ladders at the way we're doing this. And I've got that chest in the way. We're actually down to the red layer already. This blue layer seems strangely thin. Maybe they've changed things and that's updated. Okay, to make sure we're going up and down quick, I'm actually going to go ahead and put another ladder down. It's only $200. We can afford it. That way we can just zoom up here. You know, we can knock all that down while we're at it because we can use the flamethrower and climb at the same time. Swap over and done. We have over double the coal quota. Moving up and down is eating up so much time. I do think I absorbed the rubies. I do want those amethysts. They'll be worth much, much more than the coal. Can we get the amethyst? Yep, we sure could. Running out of time. I'm not sure I'm going to make it back to the surface with this. We're basically going to grab that if we can. Good enough. It's going to have to be good enough. Up the ladder, please. Got to be close. We got something in at least. That counts. Yeah, we are finding more other stuff than we are the coal. Well, these coal is only worth 6,400. Copper was 10,000. Amethyst was 12,000. Basically 67,000 for the day, so our money is still going up nicely. I think we're going to increase the stack size. So we're going to go from, I believe it's 64 currently to 192, so we're going to triple it. We're going to have 3 times as much per load. I think I probably also want angel wings at this point. This might not be a great choice, but I'm going to go for it. That way I can stop messing with ladders and I can just fly my way in and out and like fly up and down the walls and stuff to really make stuff fall in. I think this will be better. At least I hope it will. We need to get 3,000 coal. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Back down to the blue layer already. So when that starts burning, we'll just fly around a little bit and pick up what we can. And, you know, we'll just fly out for a sec. Knocking some of these out along the way. There's a golden weapon waiting for us. We can just knock that one out. One click chest looting might be necessary soon. At this point, we're flying anyway, so we're just probably going to get more fire damage for everything we can. There is another chest. Whoops, they got away from me. And on that, we're going to take sprint speed. I don't know if jump velocity changes our flying speed or whatever. We're technically like jumping every time. I don't know if that has any effect at all. Oh, I forgot about the golden weapon already. So we're going to big time poison the blocks and that's going to clear out a whole bunch of stuff for us. We're going to take another 5% fire damage and we're going to combine the fire with the poison and back to the top. The stacks at 256 look nice. They're so much bigger now. We can carry so much more stuff and the poison really worked its way down too. So that's good. Okay, so I think we're safe to get rid of. Guess we can't really get rid of them here. I gotta drop those somewhere. I won't pick them up again, basically. Okay, all that stuff's ready to go. Back up we go. I'm gonna drop this stuff over here and over here. I don't think we need that anymore ever. If we have the wings, I don't see why we would. I just really want to maximize all this kind of stuff. Ooh, look at all the rubies right here. There's actually quite a few rubies around. There's some gold too. Okay, this will be a good earning one. We also just unlocked another chest. We're only halfway through the day, but we've got well over 3 times our coal quota. This lower chest, we're going to get another 15% fire damage, which is going to be actually quite considerable. There is gold and rubies everywhere suddenly. And some of the rubies are finally starting to actually mine out, so that's going to be good for us. Going to try and land on some of the rubies. Okay, we did get a ruby stack going. That's going to be good. We still have a few more rubies to knock out of the blocks. Now that we're getting down to the red, it's getting a little harder to like weave in and out of these little nooks and crannies, but I think we're going to be okay. Getting through the red blocks is going to be a bit of a challenge. Look at all the amethysts. Money for the day seems to have taken a considerable jump though, 210,000. Well, we're going to start with increased inventory slots because clearly that's paying out for us. And then as far as equipment is concerned, we're going to get the gold flamethrower, 5,000 damage per second for 11 seconds. So it's over triple the damage for an even longer time. Sell that, buy that. I'm also going to buy the item filter. I've never tried this, but I think that's going to help. So eventually I can just click one of these and I will stop picking up whatever it is we select. So eventually I'll stop probably picking up coal until we run out of inventory space. I want to pick up more valuable things. I think that's a good idea. Since we're using a gold flamethrower, we should be able to go down quite a bit further. And this thing will stay ticking away on damage too. So the blue block's definitely burning away fairly quickly. There is so much ore falling down right now. I mostly just wanted to get down to about here so I can start the red blocks burning before going back up. And we're also going to burn some stuff on the way up because it's fun lighting stuff on fire. And we'll also pop whatever chests we can get our hands on the way down. And they're going to land in weird spots. We'll get one chest looting eventually. I'm going to try player jump velocity. I'm not sure if that actually helps my wing flutters, but it might. Sprint speed also, just for running around on the ground when we do actually touch back down again. Oh, and there's this one again, 15% fire damage. Okay, we still got lots of stuff to be able to pick up, and we're able to get through actually the red blocks now too, and 15% more fire damage. All right, now we're getting somewhere good. Take another 15% sprint speed, and we're going to burn our way back up. I have hit the coal quota, so I'm actually going to try the loot filter. We're going to not pick up coal and hopefully fill up more so with things like rupees. Basically anything that's not coal right now. Coal quota is hit, so let's focus on the things that give us value, which is largely other things. And we're able to mine into the red blocks, so we're able to just mine an awful lot of everything for where we're at. I was just gonna say, I think I need to land where all the gems are, but I can also loot filter that, of course, too. So I can focus on gems if I want to, which is probably actually a good idea. So I'm going to try that on the next one. When I'm dropping down, I'm going to adjust my loot filter. So we dumped all that off. Copper and iron. So gems are better right now. That's going to include gold and silver as well, which are both very valuable. So far, this seems to be working. We're finding emeralds at least. Lots of emeralds. Lots and lots of emeralds. I have a feeling this will be a much more efficient way to mine stuff. Okay, the timer just started again. So we're just going to turn off the filters. And actually, we don't need coal. We just basically loaded up on coal, didn't we? So if we turn off coal, we'll at least load up on valuable things. Coal is dead to us. But we also do need to make it back to the surface. We should have lots and lots of gems on us. 5 seconds to spare. And I don't know if the filter resets every round. We'll have to see. That strategy seems to have worked. Money jumped up to 430,000. That means we could buy a ruby flamethrower, which will deal 3 times the damage and go for a second longer as well. I'm also going to get one-click chest looting. That's going to be very helpful for us. We can move quicker. 15,000 damage per second. So we should burn through everything quicker because it's only going to take a second, I think, to burn through those blocks and most of the blocks for a while. Oh, it did start with the loot filter on. I got to remember that to turn that on and off. We hit a fudge block in a bad spot. I'm maybe just going to go around that for now. That should burn out of the way as we're going up and down. Yeah, it sure did. All the way down to the reds. I think we'll go through this pretty quickly now too. And if not, we'll start making our way up and down already. And once the coal quota is done, we turn it off. 5% fire damage. Why are we going so slow? Hello? Go down. Another chest. These are just good long term. I think there was, some just real diamonds in that one. Okay, we seem to be able to find all sorts of good gems and stuff again. That's the coal quota. So coal, everything below sapphire is going to be knocked out. Even then, I might turn sapphire off. We'll take emerald or better, which includes amethyst. There was a little bit there. I just couldn't help myself. Saw some rubies up here near the chest. 15% fire damage. We can just straight up increase fire damage forever. That's going to be huge for us. It feels weird not to pick. Okay, Sapphire's got to turn back on anyway. Because we're not really filling up anyways. We probably could have. I was just getting impatient. But either way, we're in good hands. I'm going to need to start buying the teleporter thing to move up and down. This is getting to take too long. I can use the teleporter to get back up and the gravity machine thing to get me down quicker. My backpack does fill up basically immediately, even with gems. Usually I base my estimated earnings on how much coal I'm getting because it's all sort of relative. But without the coal now, I have no idea how much we're making. Hopefully it's a lot. We'll try and free those diamonds even though it's only going to be... We did get those diamonds out. Will we pick them up right now though? Yep, we sure did. Time is running short. We did sell some ore in the ground, but that's not a bad looking backpack. 49 rupees just on this. So this 49 alone will be worth quite a lot. I believe that should be half the value. So 24,500. We're going to celebrate by burning the mermaid. Value for the day, nearly $1 million. Inventory stack size is quadrupling again. We're going to add 768 extra. So we'll be able to hold over 1,000 per stack. I've also turned up my sprint speed because I didn't realize I was actually sitting on a dial, so we should be able to move around a little quicker. Don't know, that's maybe a bit too quick. Also, we need to turn the filters off. But we want to move quicker, but we don't have to go crazy. Basically, if we get uncontrollable, that's going to be a problem. So hopefully now it'll be much less trips to the surface and more time to spend burning and mining. I guess with the money we have now, we could have actually bought some of the teleporters. But we'll take 15% more fire damage. And we'll just swoop around here, mining whatever we can. I think the backpack's actually getting full. 15% more fire damage. When we have so few upgrades to choose from, we're just always going to get fire damage. Coal is more than done, so we'll swap back down to, say, emeralds are better. And another 15% fire damage. What's our fire damage at already? 130%. 130 is lots. Now, we're not actually filling up that quickly, even with the filters on, but we'll give it a second. We did this last round too and realized we maybe got a little ahead of ourselves. I at least need to turn on sapphires because if we're not filling up, there's no point. I'm going to turn the filter down. We're going to be able to pick up iron ore too. But for now, we got to take everything to the surface. It's a good sign, though, that we got double the coal we needed, like, without really even trying. Now we'll go back down. Hopefully, we don't just immediately fill up on iron. That might actually be a problem. But I guess if we make multiple trips, it'll all work out eventually. Or I can start... If I hit the iron filter now, would it dump all that? Nope, it just won't pick it up. But you see the problem? We picked up all that iron, which is sort of good and bad. This is why I like collectors, because the collectors would just solve all this for me. They just take everything to the surface. They don't discriminate. So back to a gem focus and silver and gold as well. The red blocks are, we can get through them, but they do still take a second. They do drop a lot of the good stuff though at the same time. There's even a diamond on this one. And there's these pockets like up here that keep getting caught and like nothing, it doesn't all necessarily rain down. Not that it matters. As long as I'm picking up gems, we're doing good. At least I think we are. We'll know soon. I gotta get to the surface already. We're not gonna make it down for another load, so we're gonna take a chest and then we can get 5% more fire damage. And I don't know, maybe we'll find another chest over here real quick. Could be another 5% fire damage, which it is. So 10% more for us. We got $230,000 just in amethyst. All right, my strategy is working. 1.4 million. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna buy a hoverboard. That's gonna be better than the wings. And then we're also gonna buy teleport rooms of 40,000. But that's got to be worth it to save us a little bit of time. So it's going to take up some space, unfortunately. Gravity enhancer, unlimited use. So once we do that, it'll make us fall back down quicker. So I think we can buy only one of those and that'll work. We're going to buy, say, 5 teleporters. We can fly for the rest. So hoverboard active. Hopefully this is going to work. Yeah, we moved down very quickly. I don't know if the gravity enhancer is even going to matter here. I wonder if sprint speed is the hoverboard. Not sure. We can move around nice and quickly and controlled at least. No more flapping around like a bird. Alright, I gotta get back to focusing and making our wide swath, hopefully straight down to where we need. While also not forgetting to turn off the filters that I always forget. Down we go. Okay, we got a pretty good load of stuff. I don't know if I want to use a teleporter yet. I guess it's worth using it so long as we're down this deep though. Should have the coal we need. Alright, let's try teleport up. That was pretty quick, quicker than we could even move. Back down we go. Okay, is this thing gonna make a difference? Nope, this thing doesn't make a difference at all. The teleporter, however, did. 15% fire damage. We also hit our coal quota, so I should probably turn... Well, it's a bit late. Whatever. We'll take that coal to the surface because we got a teleporter anyway. Dump it and back down. We're going to play Sapphire better again. I can see I'm going to need more teleporters. I felt like they were expensive, but I now realize that they're easily going to pay for themselves. And the hoverboard is making this all much smoother and easier to maneuver around. Very quickly, very easily. I feel like sprint speed is affecting the hoverboard too because we can move around like an absolute bullet. We're not necessarily filling up, so we're not going to do the iron ore. We played that last time. So what we're going to do with this stuff is all mostly burning is teleport, dump it, then down we go. It teleports us right to where we can dump the stuff so I can kind of estimate because the screen doesn't catch up with us, but I can move without seeing. And then it's back to mining the good stuff. Trying to get a bit of a wide spot so I can have as much stuff burning at once as possible. I think all the flamethrowers are the same size, but they will burn for longer and longer. I did just find a natural pink diamond. That's going to be worth a lot. How's our inventory? Still getting pretty full. If I have to at the end, I'll grab some more iron, but so far so good. We're finding all sorts of goodies. Okay, good enough. Back to the thing. Back down. Down we go. Fire damage is 155%. Feels like it should be more, but that's still lots. I've only got one teleporter left. But luckily, the hoverboard's very quick, so moving up and down without it will still be nice and quick. We're about full again. Back to the thing. Back up, back down. We're at a teleport at this point. I don't know if I can even make it back to the surface. I don't know if we can even grab anything. Okay, whatever. We'll see if we can get that up. There were some pink diamonds. I started chasing them. Oh, wait, I wasn't looking. Okay, well, there's some rubies and pink diamonds. I don't think we'll get these up, though. There were 77 rubies on my person that we didn't get. Did we get a lot otherwise? That actually would have made a pretty big difference for us. We still got 3 million. I guess I won't complain. I'm not allowed to sell the gravity enhancer, unfortunately. We can buy a pink diamond or a regular diamond flamethrower. That's going to go from 15 to 100,000 damage per second. That is a giant jump. So we'll get one of those. We're going to need a lot of teleporters to be able to bring myself up and down. We can still one time buy them, probably 25. Starting the new day, we turn the filters off. I'm actually going to go over here real quick because we want to dump that out, never to be seen again, and straight to the bottom. Quicker than ever. Another 5% fire damage while we're at. Oh yeah, we got to do our circle thing too, so we have a pretty clear path to follow up and down. Don't really care about those chests anymore. We'll find more lower down. With this extra damage, even the fudge blocks and stuff, yeah, they're melting down pretty quick. And the red blocks are going down nice and quick. The red fudge blocks, going down fairly quick also. Yeah, that one actually melted all the way down. We got a pink diamond AK, which I don't know is going to be... Nope, our flamethrower's faster. Probably thanks to our increased fire damage, which just went up by a further 20%. Yeah, we're making giant piles of ore. Now, this is fun because I get to see the giant piles of ore. The game's probably not going to love this after a while. Look at all the ore. Look at all the gems. There's such massive stockpiles. I really should do a teleport. We're doing a teleport. All right, we didn't actually hit the coal quota. That's so annoying. I really do have to wonder if this sprint speed affects the hoverboard. I kind of hope it does. We'll take fire damage here, but sprint speed's the one we're going to take aside from that. I feel like it... Actually, I guess we can test this right away. If I turn sprint speed down to 0... Oh, it does. Oh, okay, so sprint speed's definitely what we want for getting back down in a hurry. We're learning for once. Will I put what I've learned into practical application? Probably not, but I have good intentions for now. We set everything on fire again, getting a little greedy here, back to the surface. Getting so excited I'm clicking onto the other monitor. Okay, coal is done, so we're going to knock down everything. We're going to try sapphires and below. I also obviously want to open up some of these because more sprint speed, then we turn the slider up, and then we can go even quicker. This actually could be the key to our success. A ruby minigun. Do I want this? Not really. There's another 20% sprint speed. I just gotta remember to actually turn that up every once in a while because that's a lot more production we're gonna get out of those. And at the rate of increases on those upgrades, that's gonna get pretty stupid pretty quickly. Is our backpack full again already of all that good stuff? I feel like it might be. Oh, there's so much ore. I'm so full of dopamine right now. I'm not gonna sleep for 6 days. Look at all that. All right, straight back to the surface. Actually, I need to increase my sprint speed again. Okay, we're going to dump off. Down we go. We can fall so quickly. Yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see exactly how deep we can get. We're going right past chests as well. We'll take fire damage over sprint speed for the most part, but we'll take both gladly. We made it down to the next layer already. I'm just kind of jittering around, trying to see what I'm doing. We should be able to mine through this layer a little bit too. 20% more fire damage, which is now up to 260%. Oh, I just realized I've not actually done my coal quota yet, so I just assumed we were. That would have been an embarrassing way to end. There's 640 coal. We got to be sure we pick up some. Okay, that might have actually been a worthwhile one. Where's my coal? We pick you up coal. We just picked up 30,000 coal, so yeah, that'll be more than enough. Okay, back to the top. Yeah, we just got double the coal quota we needed from that. We're running out of time, but we'll smack the bottom and teleport up as soon as we fill up on all sorts of ores. More so gems. There's some diamonds. The teleport is nice because we instantly go to the top. We're not actually... We're going to knock off those two as well, just to be sure that we're grabbing everything. I think we might have just filled up actually. Yep, we sure did. Good enough. We would actually use 6 teleporters that entire time. That's impressive. Earnings are 3.7 million, so I think our strategy is good. It feels good so far, but it's hard to know for sure. We are going to buy more teleports. We're going to buy a lot more teleports. I might just turn the filter off and we'll just non-stop go up and down. Like I could just buy 50 of these. And then we're going to try a run with no filter. We're just going to get everything keep coming back up. 5%. We're also going to try and take ourselves straight to the bottom as quick as we can. That way we're just mining the big important blocks. There's another 15% fire damage. Our damage is going up a lot, even like if we're not upgrading our flamethrower. it's getting upgraded just in pure damage. And not even by like a little amount, by a lot. Coal quota is up to 40,000, but I think we're more than up to the task. The pink diamond block actually did sort of give me a little bit of pause. We had to block there for a sec. We got it now. We'll take another 20% fire damage. Why not? At this point, I am going to teleport to the top, go down. That's going to kind of get annoying. We'll just take that out. On the way down, we'll start at the red chest because we can get another 20% sprint speed, which will be good for our movement, and maybe another 20% sprint speed. Nope, we got the pink diamond, this thing, which might be good here. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it seems good enough. It'll mine some stuff out for us. Down we go. So we'll just knock everything out with the flamethrower. Our backpacks already are obviously full, so rinse and repeat. Trying to grab whatever good stuff I can along the way that I see. We can move very quickly, so this will be fine. 20% fire damage. And what's this one? 20% fire damage. We get to the bottom, there's a whole stockpile of stuff waiting for us, and we just keep going down. We have naturally hit our coal quota. There's another 20% fire damage. And we're on to the next layer, the gray layer, which is going to be harder to mine through. But for now, we're going to set it on fire. We'll go to the top, unload, come back down, set it on fire again. So it could be taking constant damage. We're moving so quickly that it's not taking us much longer than 8 seconds, I think, to get down. And we obviously basically instantly fill up. We will take the chest to an extra 20% fire damage. Even rapid firing teleporters like this, we still have 45 left over. Pink diamonds. I still feel like I'm filling up way too quick on coal and stuff at this point. Like, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be the right way to do it. I'm going to turn all the way up. I just want to see if we can get silver ore better for this next one. The best way to use this most efficiently is probably to really just calculate on the fly. I'm too lazy to actually try hard at that bad. But now we're just going to see exactly what we can fill up with. Maybe I was right the first time. Maybe we're okay on gems. Okay, we're still gonna need obviously those apparently. Just unloaded, gonna try and get down. I guess we can do this because look how fast we're going. Then once we hit the bottom, we basically instantly fill up, teleport back up. There's a lot of good stuff down here to take. I really should stop sprinting when I'm down here. It's going to be easier. Okay, we filled up an iron accidentally, but there's 4,000 amethyst, so that counts for something, right? I can go in and out of the menu and just turn the filters on and off. I'm just not sure how badly I want to do that. We'll see what the money was this time around. 3 million. So I think we actually made less, so this is a bad strategy. But now we know. We'll buy some more teleporters. And same strategy. Straight to the bottom. I'm going to make an arrow shoot. We just need to get down quicker. Once we get to the red blocks, we can widen it up a little bit. Yeah, we'll just go back to our last strategy. Once we get the coal, we're going to shut off picking up coal at least and pick up everything else. Okay, first load up, we need to get 80,000 coal. We got 23,000 there. You know what we could actually do to make this quicker? Turn off everything but coal. 80,000 coal is actually quite a lot, considering we get like 1,000 per stack. But we definitely instantly filled up, and I mean, there's all that. That got me up to 62,000. I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to mine a little bit more of this down just so we have more coal falling down. I think there's more than enough sitting down here. Like, we touch down and we're instantly full again. Oh, we picked up more of those. Oh, yeah, because I'm not... that's fine. Okay, coal is done. Now we turn coal off and we're going to pick up everything above sapphire again. It did still take us half the day to get down here. And we'll grab a few chests on the way down. 20% more fire damage and 20% more fire damage. We're up to 460 already. Make that 480 and 500. And now we're back down at the bottom where we're going to bounce around and mine both the red and the dark layer. We can make it to the bottom really quickly again once we've like got our route. We filled up on emeralds right away. That's fun. And we basically did that again. I'm actually going to turn off emeralds. They are pretty valuable, but next time I want more valuable stuff because clearly we're mining into the darker stuff and it can give us massive amounts of stuff. And if I can be getting that much of other ores, we'll be in for a huge payday. We're running out of time, but we're going to see what we got. Look at all the pink diamonds here. Okay, we're basically full, so I'm going to turn emeralds back on real quick because there's some to pick up. Did we get them? Yep, we sure did. We go up, we unload. Hopefully this earning was a stupid amount today. 5.6 million, much better. That means we can upgrade to a pink diamond flamethrower, 250,000 damage per second. So it's 2.5 times our current. Same strategy again, straight to the bottom. Is my sprint speed maxed up? 210. The red blocks are definitely melting away in a hurry. And with all these chests, we keep adding a ton more to it. The sprint speed slider seems to adjust now as I get the upgrade, which is nice, so I don't need to go in and toggle it again and again and again, I think. Yeah, I went back to the surface. We're going to focus on coal for a second, so we're going to block everything but coal. Indoor rubies and diamonds. We moved down so quickly, we're actually off the edge of the screen. Okay, we picked up as much of those things as we could. We'll take another bunch of those. So not only are we jumping off coal, but also some very valuable gems. I can't remember if it's in this dark layer where we're going to start to find the more valuable gems that can really carry a run too. Hopefully that's the case because we need some of those. And we're halfway through the day, so we really got to get going. Okay, coal is done, so we lock that off. We want to be able to pick up basically everything there. While mining our way down to the next layer too, of course. This layer is where the money will be made, absolutely. Yeah, it's starting to dissolve away pretty good. Some of the harder blocks might take an extra second, but for the most part, I think we got this now. Okay, back to the surface. We got lots of silver, actually. We'll see how this goes, but I might have to like really start to go like knock off emerald. Maybe we'll try for everything amethyst and better. This may be wishful thinking, but if I can actually fill up on stuff like this, that's going to be very good. There's a bunch of rubies there too. We can knock out any one of these nodes. It should drop tons of stuff. Like, we clearly have lots of amethysts on board. It's hard not to just get super greedy here. Like, there's just so much good stuff everywhere. Okay, we're already full. And that was on amethysts or better. That's going to be such stupid value. Time is winding down in the day. Are we full again? We're actually full on amethysts. I'm actually going to knock off amethyst because I want to see if I can fill up on rubies. There's so many rubies down there. I might be able to. I at least want to get all the rubies I can carefully. It's hard to see the blocks amongst all the debris everywhere. Okay, that's fine. Keep going. More rubies. There's a bunch of gold and diamonds up here. Gold and diamonds. Okay, so gold has got to come with this a little bit. Carefully, carefully. Grab the gold. We got to get this surface right now and unload. Done. So we got 4.5 million in rubies, 4.5 million in gold. So maybe going down this time, we're only going to mine gold or better because that's where all our value comes from. Oh, $60 million. And we can increase our inventory stack size by 9,200. So I think 4 times as big again. So that's going to help us earn tons more. I accidentally just bought a diamond flamethrower. That was probably pretty expensive. We'll make sure we're staying well stocked on teleports. We buy 50? What does that cost? 50? 2 million. Yeah. My fire damage is up to 610% as well. Forgot to fix my filters at the beginning. It's coal only right now. Really got to start getting down to those layers where they got the really valuable stuff. I do need 250,000 coal, so that's going to start getting expensive. But once you get into that next layer, that should drop fairly quickly. And we can carry more per stack, so that's also going to help a lot. Okay, we're back down to the dark layer, so at this point we're going to start teleporting up to unload and getting the coal going. We basically actually got the coal in a single load, so that feels good. Down we go again. Okay, dump that off. We're definitely going to limit coal again, and we're going to open up, say, gold and above. Maybe even amethyst and above, because our thing is so big. Look how quickly we go down now. We are halfway through the day, but we've gotten nearly 3 times the coal we needed, so that's a very good sign. We need to also keep burning down. If we don't burn through this next layer, we can't actually get the big stupid stacks of things that I'm after. You know what? I'm going to open up to silver and emerald too, just because our stacks are so big, we might be able to fit all this. Just trying to continually spray everything so to keep the damage all going. It's so hard to move. Like, I'm glad we're this quick. I don't want to keep adjusting the slider. Okay, I'm going to turn on sapphires as well because we should fill up very quickly with that. There, we dump that off and down we go again. Then we can have another little zoom around, hopefully to pick up lots of gold and good stuff. And pink diamonds especially would be fantastic. This is all getting so messy now. I have turned off sapphires. I think they're going to be a pretty big earner for us, but they're also filling up the backpack and getting in the way of better stuff. There's also rubies raining down from above. I'm not entirely sure what I did to make them fall, but they are on their way down. There's a lot of rubies right here actually, and diamonds. That red block might have actually been the next one that I need to mine, so I really want to try and get that out if I can. I can't tell if it's a ruby block or a regular one, but if it is, then I know I can get a huge value out of that. I just need to actually be able to mine it. Yeah, that's got to be the new one because it's super hard to mine. Okay, we're about full anyway, so we're going to go unload. But I need to get my hands on that new one. We got $12 million in gold, $9 million in silver. Yeah, gold was the big earner there, 44 million. So what I need to do is get my hands on that new valuable gem. So we're going straight to the bottom this time. It's not worth mining anything up here anymore, except for maybe chests, which I will continue to upgrade because I'm still going to need some extra damage, clearly, to be able to break that new gem. We made it down to the dark layer. My inventory still isn't full, so that's a good sign, even though it is pretty heavily filtered, but I need lots of coal. Not as badly as I need the red gems maybe at this point, but we'll see what we get. We're already full, so we'll go back down. I need this opening to be just a little wider. Okay, we instantly got half the coal we needed. That wasn't bad. I did take my time getting down here, which I probably shouldn't have, but I am an idiot at heart. Okay, we haven't quite hit our coal quota still, but that's okay because we're just looking for that red gem. There'll be one before too long. There's lots of rubies. There's lots of things. Normally I have a bunch of miners doing this all for me, so I don't really see what's happening. We'll find the red gem somewhere down here and we'll just focus on it. Okay, coal quota is smashed, so we're going to stick to gold or better for a little bit. And there's lots of that kind of stuff lurking down here. It's kind of hard to not pick up the amethyst, but I think it's the right choice right now. Pink diamonds galore. We're actually going to turn amethyst back on. I thought our inventory would be filling up faster than it is. I always have such big dreams. Okay, even with the amethyst, we're slowly mining the nodes, but we're not filling up as quick as I'd like. So we're going to open up beyond to silver. And we'll try that. I really just wanted to find one of the red gems. I don't think I've seen any yet. I haven't actually noticed any. Normally they stand out because they don't get mined because they're so strong. There'll be some somewhere in here though. For now, we are going to make a trip back up. We'll probably make a few trips just like that to make sure we're moving lots of stuff. I think the 2 gems right here in front of me are the ones I need to kill. So we're going to keep them on fire for a minute. If I could get just a few of them, I think it's going to make all the difference in the world. We'll try and mine some of this stuff around while we're at it too, because they'll keep ticking away in damage. That is really, really tough. Like, it's hard to get any of them. I don't think I'm actually going to do it. I think I'm going to run out of time before I can get to them, which is really annoying. Yeah, we definitely ran out of time once again. I'm getting $20 million in gold and silver and stuff. We did get 65 million. But without those new gems, there's little I can do. Okay, hold on. I got to put my coal filter off. This time I'm going to rush more straight to that layer and start mining into it. Okay, we got there much quicker this time around. Hopefully that's going to help. We'll start melting it while going to the surface, dumping off the coal. We can get right back to work. I think with a lot of focus, I could actually do this. I just went and dumped off all the coal, which was another 500,000. So we can actually get down here nice and quick if we just focus on moving downwards. Hopefully get some of the super gems set on fire. And that's going to get us where we need to go. Already full up. Done. Straight back down to the tough layer where we're going to start melting it all up again. Okay, coal quota is done, so coal can get shut off. We're going to go for maybe gold or better to start. And we'll circle around a little bit, just trying to look for the super red gems. Actually, there's one right in front of me, so that's good. I want to start getting that melted. Hopefully one of them is worth as much as I remember it is. There's actually 2 of them right here. So I'm just going to continue to light them on fire. Once in a while, we got half the day to get through it, so it should work. It's hard to tuck myself down into the pockets down below. There's actually quite a few of the red gems kicking around. Yeah, I didn't realize how many there were before. I just somehow need more damage, like a lot more damage. I'm also going to open up the amethyst as well at this point, just to be sure we're filling up nicely. We're able to mine lots of like rubies and pink diamonds and everything. These just new red ones are so much harder again to mine. It's actually hard even just to pick up ore on the ground. You got to be so close to like its center of mass. While those are cooking, I'm actually going to go up because I'm going to actually unlock, we'll take silver as well. I got to get right back down and start lighting the red ones back on fire. I really need them to break at some point, even just one of them. It's such a frantic process. Like I got to set the red things on fire. I got to go pick up ore. I got to light new stuff on fire, rinse, repeat like endlessly. I'm already running out of time in the day. I don't think the red ones broke again. I think they're close to breaking. I think they want to break. We also filled up on silver. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these. Hopefully the timer is not gonna keep going in the background. Silver we're plugging off. I'm gonna go pick up whatever I can to replace that silver. Instead, I gotta get up to the surface. I still didn't get through the red gem. I don't know what to do about that at this point. Okay, well, like 60 million again, so we're making lots of money. This time I need 1.7 million coal, so even more. Okay, I see one of the red blocks already right here in front of me, so I'm going to start on fire right now. We're also going to go and start getting the coal delivered. But yeah, I'm mostly just going to focus on that single red block aside from the coal. We have to make so many trips up and down just to get the coal at this point. Okay, the coal quota is at least done. We're going to go down. We're halfway through the day. I'm just going to go spray that one block for the rest of the day. I feel like it's basically just mocking me. Just sitting there, not burning, not doing anything. Like, I have 800% fire damage too. Wow, out of the chest down here, I can at least get 125% fire damage, which will actually make a difference in another 125%, which puts our fire damage literally at 1000%. We get 10 times the damage we're supposed to. And we're down to the final 30 seconds. So this thing's got to break like right now. And looking at it, like it's not even close. It's still got a long ways to go. So we're just gonna have to go ahead and unload whatever we got, which wasn't much. I mean, it's still $10 million, but like I need so much more to be able to like get to the next step. But realistically, I've fallen too far behind. I can't catch up, so now we're just slowly mining coal for the inevitable defeat. Since there's no way to bridge myself up to the next weapon, I'm just going to call it here and move on to the next one.